Okay, good. Hi, everyone. Sorry I took so long.
Howdy, everyone. All right. Howdy, Landon. Howdy, Tony.
Hi. You like my new shirt? Somebody just gave me some shirts.
What is that?
It's a cannabis shirt.
12th what?
Ooh.
12th anniversary.
Oh,
I don't know. It's got a lot of stuff on there.
it does.
I don't even know. A lot of advertisements and stuff. But my friend, he said it wouldn't fit him because he's XX large, and this is only an X large. So
is it legal there in Michigan?
Yeah, it's legal.
So I guess
for medical and recreational.
Medical and recreational?
Yeah, for both. But I have a lot of friends that are advocates for it that were pushing for the laws to change it. So
right.
I got my coffee. I had to go up to Speedway.
Right. Well, there's an awful lot of people in prison here in Arizona for pot.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Actually, and there's a lot of money to be made in it. It's hard for me to, I'm looking at the computer and then the camera's over here. So I apologize about that, not looking in the camera. But there's a lot of money to be made with that. I just don't like to sell. I never have. When I was young, I don't know, maybe I was 8 years old and my dad got busted for it. Would be way before it was legal. And we had guns pointed at us and everything at that age. And they're like, hold the dogs back or we're going to kill them. And so I'm sitting here holding dogs back at that age. We had boxers, and they're barking at the people breaking in the front door. And then they're threatening to shoot them. So I was a little traumatized by all that. And I never wanted to deal.
I can understand that.
Yeah. But I know a lot of people that have, they start churches to run their pot shops. They actually they go the church route. I know two of them, two people personally and one of them was a council member and running for an office. And they're real political too. They're very political. I'm not that political. I don't even think it's worth it for the most part. All those politicians are just corrupt, and the lawyers and all that. It's hard to find a good one. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Go ahead. Or you want me to talk too much?
No, man. Nope. So. What is anybody making any calls for what's going to be happening with King William or King Charles III?
No, I don't even know the guy.
What do you mean, like?
Well, she died. The Queen died, and then I did see somebody post something said, "Well, now he is going to implement the New World Order and bring in the Antichrist or something," but I don't know. I'm going to adjust my camera. Hold on. It's a little low. There,
Carrico has a big study on
there you go.
On the coat of arms of the, what is it, Prince of Windsor? The Prince of Wales.
Okay.
But the coat of arms that is now going to be the coat of arms of the king, I guess.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to them royals.
Heck no. Our forefathers shot people to not pay attention to that stuff. Who do they think they are? I don't know. I always thought that was kind of weird because like they broadcast the whole like hours and hours and hours of the Charles marrying Diana.
Yeah.
It was good.
Why?
Everybody was so enthralled with that. It was just like, wasn't it like 5 years straight of that stuff?
Yeah.
Felt like that was 5 years long, that wedding.
I don't know. It's like,
O.J. Simpson trial, when everyone was watching that, I'm like, why are they even watching this? This is just
Right.
dumb.
Well, actually,
and
that was pretty entertaining.
you like that? You watched some of that?
I watched the highlights on like what was that? I can't remember. Like one of those news magazine shows where they would show. It was on like every afternoon. They'd show the highlights.
Right.
Yeah. But I did watch the reading of the verdict live,
Okay.
and that, which means I got to watch the riots live too at work.
No.
So it was entertaining the way the whole thing was the way the whole thing was received. And then I think the best summary I heard of it is I saw this special on it years later, and there's I guess there was a professor at Harvard Law School that does a semester every year
Is that
just
better?
on that case, on that O.J. Simpson case. And one of the students said, no matter how you want to cut it,
I can hear you.
a guilty man was found innocent because a dirty cop planted evidence.
Oh, with the glove or something?
Yeah. Well, whatever. I mean, he got busted. That, but the way that kid stated it was just like, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
Yeah, it's just weird to me that they publicize anything about those trials, and why do we even care about what the royalties do? I mean, we're not under their rule, supposedly. Why would we even care if they're alive or dead? I don't care.
well, you know what it is.
They mean nothing to me.
There's still people that hearken to that, believe that they were crowned under that divine right to rule.
Yeah, I don't believe that. They have no right over me. They've never been in my house.
Yep.
So, and if they did come in here, I don't think they'd stay for long. Because I like coffee and they like tea.
Oh yeah.
No, I just don't have the time for it. Like I'm a little different than most people, though. I don't pay attention to celebrities either. For the
I don't
most
even
part.
know who they are.
yeah, it's like, who's that?
I see all this stuff. I'll glance at the mainstream media to see how they're spinning world events.
Yeah.
But it's like they got one world event, and then celebrity, one another world event, celebrity. And it's like Fatima Bababwe posted a bikini picture to Instagram, and I'm like, who? Why are they even famous? Why are they even in a bikini? Okay. Anyway.
Right. Like, why am I why does this even matter? Well, how does it affect me today at all?
Well, it doesn't. That's the thing. That's the whole reason they're having you look at it. Because if everybody paid attention to what was affecting them, then
The world would be a better place, right?
well, yeah. But here's the thing. They, it's like that card game bullcrap.
Yeah.
That's it. They make up the rules as they go along. And once more people realize that, it's like that meme of the politician behind the lectern on a plank. And there's like 50 people standing on the other end of the plank, and his end of the plank, the politician's end of the plank, is over a cliff.
Yeah.
And people start walking away, and that's what's going to happen. Quit playing their games, and you don't have to play their rules.
Right.
And the thing is, they don't even play by their rules.
No, because
Which
they
is why
keep making them up.
That's why they have two different sets of rules.
Yeah, that's horrible that we even have the royalty involved in our culture. It's like we were supposed to have broken away from that, but yet we still have the court systems that are under their rule. And why do we even entertain ourselves with that? I see a lot of people putting on videos about that queen, and I'm like, what? What's the point? Who is this lady? Oh, she's an evil person. Okay, she's dead now, so what's it matter?
Yeah.
You know, and oh, the next evil person is going to be in power. Well, he's just over the seas somewhere else. He don't matter. He don't matter at all.
Well, there's going to be a lot of videos popping up the next week or two about the royal reptilians.
Yeah, new wave of videos. They're lizard people or something. Like David Icke or something like that. It's like, man, I stopped watching him a long time ago. I only seen a couple of his videos, but he just seems so far out there on some of his stuff. They just can't buy some of it, but he puts a lot of good stuff in with it.
Yeah.
And I just don't have time to filter through what
She's still the lizard.
Well, that's the key right there. Who's that? Charles Spurgeon. You know that guy?
I've heard the name. Yeah.
He was a famous pastor in the 1800s.
Yeah.
He had some really profound ideas.
Insights.
One of the things he says that I really like is discernment isn't knowing the difference between right and wrong. It's knowing the difference between right and almost right. And that's basically the whole religious system. That's the whole political system. That's everything all in one big ball of earwax.
Okay.
Oh, seriously?
Dog earwax? Yeah. Speaking of earwax, you ever seen those?
Do I have earwax or something? You got?
Speaking of earwax, you ever seen those jelly bellies that'll have two different flavors for each color?
Yeah.
One will be the normal flavor, and then the other one will be disgusting.
Oh.
That earwax is one of them.
Yeah.
So it's like caramel, and then the other flavor will be earwax.
Right.
Yeah, son had some of those.
Those jelly beans, how they make the jelly, don't they grind up like pig bones or something to make the jelly?
Yeah, I think hooves.
Yeah.
Hooves.
Okay.
It would behoove you to not eat those.
Yeah, jelly beans. Even though I used to love jelly beans, when I found that out, I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'm not going to eat those anymore.
I never liked those. I never liked jelly beans, but for
I
some
never
reason,
liked them either.
I like hot tamales.
Yeah.
I like those.
Yeah.
Mike and I.
Good and plenties are pretty awesome. Because I like black licorice.
Bean doozled.
Yep. So, anyways, that. What else is happening in the world right now, huh?
Is it really hazy down at your way? It's been hazy here.
Yeah. It's supposedly the remnants of Hurricane K
They don't even look like clouds though.
came up the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay. It's muggy enough though.
Yeah, it's pretty muggy. Let's see.
It's like 91 here today. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's not too hot here.
It's hot here.
So what's new, huh? In the news?
No, it can't be Hurricane K. That's what I guess it is. Yep. Looks like it rolled up or it is in the process of rolling up Baja California.
Oh, I wonder if we're going to get rain.
I don't know. That would be nice.
It would be.
Oh, it's his birthday, huh? Doogie with house with bread.
Doggo with bread? No, but we will say happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, you don't want us to sing, but happy birthday.
I don't sing, not really.
Yeah.
Not much.
We don't sing here. Entertaining stuff.
Yeah, so how old are you, dog? Dog with bread?
That doesn't even sound right.
Doggo with bread.
Oh,
Or is that Doogie? Is that a Doogie with bread? I don't know how to pronounce it. Dugao? Dugao?
Hudao? Hudao?
Yeah,
Dinky
Dogao.
Dow. You remember that one?
Yeah.
You Dinky Dow.
What?
That it's Vietnamese for crazy. You Dinky Dow. Like your mind is.
It sounds crazy.
I know, huh? You wouldn't even
Don't
need
tell that
speak
to my
Vietnamese.
cat named Dinky. That's perfect for her. That could be the rest of her name.
Yeah.
Matches.
Yeah.
Dinky Dow.
I
22, man, they're young. 22 years old. My daughter's 21. She just turned 21.
really.
My son's older than that.
Yeah, that's my oldest. I was 30
My
when I
youngest.
had my first kid.
So I'm the only gray head here with a teenager.
Oh, I have teenage grandchildren.
Well, I have my
count?
daughter's 21 and my son is going to be 11 in 2 months. So he's not a teenager. No teenagers. Not right now. Not that I know of, anyway. I'm just kidding. I know.
Right.
I know if I had kids, I would know.
Well, figure we've been married. We've been together 20 years. So
Nice.
if I got any out there, they're adults now.
Well, I always made sure I stayed around when I slept when I was young. That I slept, if I slept with a woman, that I hung around and made sure.
Right.
You know, I'd wait until she had her period. And I was like, okay, you're good, you're free.
Oh my goodness.
You know, in the Old Testament, when the women had their period, that they had an entire camp, probably of full-time menstrualing.
Vacation.
Yeah, like all the women that were on their period would go outside of the camp, and they had to stay out there during the time of it and a couple weeks after. So that means that there was a full-time camp out there of women.
Yeah.
Of
They had
women.
to stay a couple weeks after the baby. What is it, 8 days for a boy and 2 weeks for the girl?
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, and then since all the girls have it at the same time, so it was just one big, we're all just hanging out here. Nobody's cranky because it's all us girls.
I thought they had to wait around until after it was done and then wait until be cleansed before they can come back too. So it wasn't just so they were out there a lot. And it means that they're, full-time camp. I guess they did that outside the town so that if invading armies came in, they had frontal defense, and nobody could get into the city because they'd have to go past all the women. Do you get it? That's funny. That's funny. I thought it was funny. I'm not doing good with the jokes today. Sorry.
Don't women that live together, don't they synchronize? Don't their cycles get synchronized?
Yes.
Women
And
live
yeah,
together?
you and everybody you work with that you see all the time.
I thought it
everybody kind of goes and gets together. And
Okay. I thought it
So
was like to do with the moon cycles or something too.
no,
No?
no. And even like with your daughter and stuff, you guys don't even have to really live together. You could be away, but you'll still have the same. You'll be really close on your cycle. It's weird.
Huh.
So we can all be miserable at the same time, and
That's interesting. And so it's kind of like a twin thing. I've been thinking about the twins, like if they separate twins, they still kind of have the same emotions or traits. So is it like that? That's curious.
I think it's a hormone thing.
I don't know. I used to have some twin
and
friends in
pheromones.
high school.
Ooh.
Oh, actually, I had a bunch of different sets of twins friends in high school. But this one set of twins would argue with each other about who experienced the memory one of them was talking about. That wasn't you, that was me. And I was like, what are you talking about? How do you not know which one of you was there? And I mean, it would be something completely unique too. This dude in this classic Mustang gave me a ride, and then he didn't merge correctly in the construction zone, and he was running over all these construction signs. That wasn't you, that was me. Well, you don't have to remember. Whoa.
At least he works. He rides that thing to work.
Do they?
He rides it twice a day. He's up down the street going to work.
Golly, that thing's loud.
It is loud.
Yeah. No, they were not.
The
But those were the twins that I had seen that could eat mountains of food like you wouldn't even believe. And their dad was like, "Hey, pasta is pretty cheap," so he fed them pasta. So they'd just sit there and they'd cook like 2 packages of spaghetti, a pound of spaghetti, like 2 pounds of spaghetti, and then eat it just to themselves.
Wow.
And it's like, wow, man. They ate dinner at a friend's house one night, and they were like, "No, we need to go home for dinner." And they're like, "No, it's okay. You can stay. We cooked plenty." And the parents had cooked spaghetti, and then after the twins served themselves, they were like, Can you all put some of the spaghetti back? Because we haven't eaten yet."
Just used to eating a lot more, right? Yeah,
No.
some people can eat more than others.
Well, yeah, we were talking. Remember, we were talking. Who out of everybody we went to school with do you know ate the most? And then everybody was talking about this person or that person until somebody said, "No, it was Rick." And then it was like, "Oh yeah, man, I forgot about how much that guy could eat."
Right.
Like one night we went to a cheap pizza parlor. Not Chuck E. Cheese's, but it was like that with the animatronic animals and stuff. Yeah. We each ordered a large pepperoni pizza, and I ate like half of mine. And this other John, he ate like a third of his, and Rick ate his whole pizza and the rest of both of ours. It was like, golly, man. And then this other dude was saying, "Dude, one night he got his paycheck and he took us to Jack in the Box and he ordered 3 of everything on the menu for all of us." Yeah. And he said him and the other dude barely even dented this pile of food they had.
Oh, well, there goes my coffee.
Oh no.
Oh.
You need that circle that comes up in the technical
That's all right.
difficulties.
I'm good. I got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's a lot of food though.
Well, one of my milk people's going to come get his milk in a minute. so I'll just put you on temporary hold.
Right.
Okay. I don't want to get it in my modem, so I had to get a towel.
You forgot your straw.
I'm good. No problem.
No straw.
See?
Oh.
Dripping off my flip-flops. Okay, yeah, I'm good. Technical difficulty. Thanks.
Yeah, we need to keep that handy.
Man, I can't believe I did that.
Okay.
Oh, you was prepared for me to be live, huh? You got technical difficulties?
No, I just went and found it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe I did that.
See, you can't keep important papers on your desk. That's why I have
No,
all
I
this
got
stuff.
court papers on there and everything.
Oh man.
It's like I got court next Thursday. And
Oh.
that's turning out to be a disaster. The court lady that they assigned to my case is lying to me. She said that she was going to set up an appointment on Tuesday, never called me, never showed up. She set up another appointment, never called, never showed up. Horrible. I'm so mad at her. I was like, I hate it when people are liars, when they lie to me. It's like, don't lie to me. I will never trust you again. I mean, if you do it by accident, I get it. But if you tell me you're going to do something and you don't, and I'm counting on it, then I'm going to get upset. It'll start bothering me. Yeah. Anyway, I can't believe I spilled my whole cup of coffee.
I don't know.
It's just not getting at the right temperature. It's probably a good thing anyway, because I really didn't need to drink any right now. Anyway, sorry about that. All my drama.
Huh. Well, I guess Lynn's dogs were barking.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yep. So you said it got up to what? 91 today?
Yeah, 91.
So what is that? Is that normal for this time of year or what?
It's a little warm for this time of year. I mean, Michigan 91 is like our hottest day. It don't get much hotter than that. I mean, it did get over 100 this year, but Michigan usually don't get that hot. So this is definitely abnormal. But that's all right. I like it warm. I'm not complaining. They can keep it 90 all year round.
Yeah, I don't think that's too bad.
No, 90 is about right. I like it about 80. About 86 is probably perfect.
And that, did you guys see that? So it was a photograph of the mural at the Denver airport that was people wearing masks, but all the masks that they were wearing was their national flag.
Oh,
And that, anyways, I thought, boy, if people always talk about predictive programming, that's like,
yeah. Well, Colorado's. Yeah, I've heard a little bit about the airport. Kind of, some people are calling them like a prophecy or something, almost,
right?
or predictive programming. But Colorado is it's a military town, right? It's a military state, pretty much.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff there. This thing.
Yeah, with all the different flags,
Do you?
masks. Yep, 94.
94.
Wow.
And see, my theory is they're distracting us with this one world order talk.
Yeah.
Right? But look at that. You got the rainbow.
Yep.
All the rainbow being shoved down our throat.
Mm-hmm.
And then fake rainbow. and then each mask is a national flag.
Right.
And I've thought for a long time that the real goal is to push us into patriotism.
Yeah. Yeah. War and Peace. Have you ever heard of that? Roosevelt or something did a document. It was the Iron Mountain Report. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, it sounds familiar. I was looking at that stuff a long time ago, 20 years ago.
Stop the Crime, that lady Deborah, whatever she was, and she had the NASA war document. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know about that stuff, but yeah, patriotism and nationalism. What are we going to do when there is no more flags and no more war? So they've been trying to keep the tension up on the world stage to get people to patriotize. But what are they going to fight against? What are they going to unite for? You know, how are they going to unite the people without war?
Yeah. Well, how are you going to unite the people if they're not angry at something in common?
Right.
Yeah.
So what are they going to make everyone angry about now?
Oh, right now, it's all the world leaders.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
and all the Masons.
We don't need a world leader. We need a national leader.
Right.
See? And then the thing is, in Revelation, chapter 18 tells us that the 10 horns with 10 crowns are 10 kings. And they're the ones that are going to be on the final stage. But everybody's looking for one.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So come up with these national alliances. You know, you'll have great leaders like whoever's leading the U.S. or whoever's leading the biggest country in Europe, or like Prince, King What's-His-Face, or China. Okay. China. Yeah. And then everybody will be like, yay, we beat evil, all these evil people running the world. We did it. Had nothing to do with God. It was us.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Good luck with that.
Yeah, it's a good point, because they are trying to destroy any, and who is they? Obviously mainstream, somebody, because otherwise why would everybody be saying the same thing? It's like we're all just following, everybody's talking about the Queen. Let's talk about the Queen. Oh, now they're talking about O.J. Simpson. You know what I mean? They can guide us really easily in what we all discuss.
Isn't that weird? You've seen
it
those?
Bothers me. It bothers me.
You've seen those news compilations where you have the local newscaster saying something, and then they show like 5 other newscasters in different markets or different cities that belong to a different station, and they'll be NBC, CBS, NBC, Fox, and there's no way. You can't tell me they're not all putting out the same program.
Yeah.
They're all putting out the same program. For them to get it so exactly the same, I shouldn't have done that. Ooh.
Oh, no. They used to have this joke when
that racist mark of the beast okay sign.
Yeah, they used to have this joke. My stepbrothers, they were older than me by about 10 years, and they had the joke where they would do that circle thing like on your arm or on your leg, and if you didn't poke in the hole, that you would get punched in the arm. I don't know what that was about. I never understood the game.
Stupid stuff. Stupid stuff kids come up with.
I think it was just an excuse to punch us.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't get it. Maybe it was in a movie or something. But yeah, synchronicity of the news is wild.
Now, we used to do that circle game with But our rules were you have to break it, like you were saying,
Yeah.
and that. But you always had to say, "Is this yours?
Oh, yep.
Is this yours?" Or you had to give them ownership of some type. Did you lose this?
Right. Yeah, I didn't
Lose
really
what?
understand that one. I was kind of young, and I was like, that was dumb. I didn't understand why they did it, and they never explained it. But
See, that replaced the. That was towards the end of my teens
yeah,
versus in the
super
earlier
punching.
teens. We used to just come up and punch each other in the arm.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Thunk?
Mhm.
Nah.
Yeah, we didn't need a reason.
I know that. The reason is I love you. Wham!
Yep.
Yeah.
Pinch Coke, you owe me a Coke. We eat the pinch and the poke, but no
Right.
Coke.
Yeah, we did some pretty stupid stuff. Talking about monkey bars, I remember one time we were trying to see how many people we could get on someone's shoulders. Somehow I ended up on the bottom,
Oh,
and then this dude on my shoulders and his girlfriend on his shoulders. We were using the monkey bars too. Stabilized. That probably wasn't a smart idea.
I got hurt on monkey bars one time. It was a play area with a slide and the monkey bars. And I was standing on. I'm out there by myself playing because our house was across the street. And I jumped from the monkey bars, and I tried to grab onto another set, and I slipped, and I fell on my tailbone. And
Oh,
crushed my spine. I couldn't move. I crawled over to the bench. It took me like 20 minutes just to be able to walk.
mm.
yep.
And I was like
Mhm.
8 years old. I mean, I crushed my spine. I don't know what I did, but I've been hurt since. That isn't why my back's bad. That was just one of the many things I've done.
Yeah, I did. I remember in second grade, I went over to this dude's house. And I was in their backyard playing with him and his little brother. And we were running back towards his house, and there was a broken cinder block. And I stepped on it, and it kind of rolled, So I threw my feet out from under me, and I landed on my tailbone, just like you're saying, man.
That hurt
Like
so bad.
7 years old, man. Wham! It's like, oh.
I know. I can feel the pain right now just thinking about it. I'm like, oh, that hurt so bad. I mean, I had to have at least a 10-foot jump, and fall right on the tailbone. I was like, I thought I was paralyzed. I couldn't move. I mean, I was crawling with my arms only, couldn't move my legs or anything.
Yep.
I was like, dang, I won't do that again. I was like, I'm never going to do that again.
Yep. See, that's right, Robert.
Monkey bars.
That's probably why they pulled all the fun stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We had too much fun with
those
it.
bars where they put a big steel bar across there, and you're supposed to walk across it. Well, we were playing chicken on it. Playground. I was like in third grade, and I slipped. I was wearing white pants, and it skinned my knee, and it was bleeding. I didn't realize it, but my pant leg was red from the shin down.
Yeah.
I still have the scar. Let's see if I can even find it. But
Wow.
there's a big chunk missing out of my bone. I literally, I don't know if I can see it right now. But yeah, there's a chunk missing out of my bone. It is crazy. I mean, like a little chunk out of it. I still have a BB in my foot from a kid.
Do you?
To have BB gun wars. Yeah, they said they could remove it, but they said there's really no reason because copper's sterile or whatever. They said
Yeah.
to leave it in there. But I shouldn't put my foot in the MRI because I guess it can affect it because I have metal.
It'll suck it out of your foot.
Yeah, because that's magnetic risk.
So what do you know about magnets? How do
They're
you?
they're interesting, and I can tell you this: the smartest people in the world don't know why.
Okay.
They don't know why magnets work, and they don't know why electricity works. They know how to generate it. They know how to generate magnetism and electricity, but they
Yeah.
can't explain it.
Oh, okay.
And they tell you all kinds of convoluted stuff. Well, it might be, and perhaps, but they don't know.
And maybe,
No.
maybe you don't know.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know. It's like what commonly is called anti-gravity stuff. It's not.
Right.
It's electromagnetic propulsion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Magnetism, thermodynamics, and stuff like that, right? Hey, Skull, what's up?
Yeah. 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 It's kind of funny the way they do that, though.
Yeah, Skull's the one that told me that I should look into the magnetism in the North Pole. Actually, that's why I asked, is because he said I should ask about that or look into it more.
Well, the North Pole, a magnetic North Pole, is moving.
It is.
Okay, so what do you know about that? I know you study good.
Well, I know there's a big problem with it here in Arizona. It's like, especially when you start getting up north, it gets all whacked out and
Okay.
kind of messes stuff up. And right now, I think it's even more whacked out than it has been.
Well, they do. What was it? From where it used to be, I forget. I think it's Fort Lauderdale. The airport there had to renumber their runway because their runways are numbered to the closest 10 degrees of the compass, 360 degrees.
Right.
And they had to change the number on the runway because magnetic north had moved so much.
Oh, already getting free electricity is easy. Being able to keep it is the hard part.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
See, they changed from alternators to generators in the cars. We could alternate or generate at one time, but they took that away because they're like, oh, we can't give them that because you can get an inverter now with a generator and you can generate your own power infinitely.
Yeah.
Totally possible.
Well, the stuff they can do with just an alternator is amazing.
They won't let you. If I were to try to do that, I guarantee I'd get in trouble.
To heck with them.
But yeah, I'm too public here.
Just make an electric fence. Electrify your doorknobs.
You never have to lock them again.
Here, see if it's unlocked.
So I had a guy come change out my washer, my old washer, and he electrocuted himself. And I was sitting right here in this chair, and he's over there going like, and me and the girl he brought, we thought she was joking. I mean, that we really thought he was joking because he was doing just like pretty, and then she unplugs it. I don't know why he didn't unplug it before he reached under there.
Right.
He did. I was like, dude, don't come back to my house.
That's funny.
It was crazy. I never saw that.
You're all right with that. I slipped one time and I grabbed onto the fuse box and grabbed onto the wires and zapped myself one time. It hurt, but it won't kill you. Well, most of the time, it won't kill you. I'm not saying go out and fuse box anyone. Don't do it. I did the wiring in my house. I'm not really a good electrician, but I know how to twist wires and follow orders. Easy. But I had no testers. I just did it. I'm like, oh, well, pigtails. Okay. Looked on YouTube, figured out how to do the pigtails and how to wire it, and I wired my whole house. And it works. I passed my inspection. So I'm not an electrician, but I could wire a house. No problem. We did it from the pole all the way into the house. I had to put 2 ground wires in. You know, they make you put 2 ground wires in now, like one in the ground, 12 foot away, you have to put another one with a wire going in between, and that has to be a solid wire in between the two and all the way into the fuse box. 2.
That, I don't know if it's like that here yet. At the house I grew up in,
We have a lot of storms.
when we sold it, I helped the dude that bought it get it refurbished and stuff. And that house had an aluminum ground wire.
Nope.
It was like, wow, I had no idea they even made that stuff. They
Right.
don't anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah. And then
I had a friend that had aluminum Reynolds wrap insulation in his house.
Really?
Foil brand insulation. You couldn't get a signal in his house on a phone.
Isn't that like from the 40s or something?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, aluminum foil Reynolds wrap insulation.
wow. All right. Well, we've had a good meandering conversation that I think we'll let everybody go, have dinner. Thanks for hanging out, Lynn. Thanks for hanging out, Tony.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming, everybody. And
Good to see
yeah, don't forget, we're continuing on in the book of Jasher in 2 days, chapters 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can get it here for free. Well, you can read it for free. I don't know if you can download it, but maybe. And this is where some stuff really starts getting interesting, in my opinion, in the book of Jasher.
Yeah.
So that if you are so inclined, come join us. It could be fun. If you want to read, let me know. That otherwise, like, share, subscribe. Do the whatchamacallit thingy. The bell thingy. That's it. Other than that, we're out. So we will talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye.